San Antonio's new country leader, Y100, JR and Beth in the morning. He was a Navy veteran. He served in the South Pacific as a radio man on an aircraft carrier and a tail gunner in a plane. He was a General Dynamics engineer who invented the guidance system for the Sparrow missile that is still used in the military today. He was a rocket scientist. I knew him as Grandpa.
Oh.
And after 92 years on this planet, he has passed away. I'm going home tomorrow to go to his service and speak at his service and be with my family and whatnot. And it's something that I didn't really want to share. I'm not that guy that opens up a lot about this stuff like that. You know me, Beth.
Right.
But I just felt like I had a chance to talk to my grandmother. My grandmother, his wife, passed away a few years ago from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I had a chance to dedicate my career to them.
Right,
And
you
I
said. Yeah.
I told him, I said, anything I ever do in radio or TV or anything I've done, I wanted to say that you have both really motivated me to do this because of your kindness, the legacy that you have set for this family, the fact that you have put hard work, discipline into our family so that we can all carry this on.
Yeah.
Because the product of that would be my parents.
Passed it down to you.
Right, passed it down to my aunt, my uncle, all people that are a part of my life, and I've seen them accomplish things, whatnot, or I've seen gifts that have been passed down to them from my grandparents, and that kind of trickled down to me. So they've always been the hierarchy of our family, and always, my grandpa was the one that said the prayer at every Thanksgiving dinner and every Christmas dinner. He was the guy, and my grandma was the same way. But he has been, since my grandma passed away a few years ago, he's kind of been on his own. He's last couple of years, he's had to have a caretaker a lot of the time, which I know that's not him because he's such, like I said, the hierarchy, the guy in charge. So he didn't want someone there to take care of him.
You used to tell me funny stories about him.
Yeah, he didn't want that. He wanted to be still independent. I mean, we had to pry his driver's license away from him, because he still wanted to drive. And the last car he bought was the biggest car he's ever bought in his life. It was a giant Yukon that he was driving around, and it was just funny. And he was talked about towing a trailer everywhere and all that. It's just very adventurous. But again, small town Indiana boy, born in 1924. He died at the age of 92, actually a little over a couple weeks ago. And we've kind of been trying to fly the family in, so we could have this service. But I wanted to take a chance to say how much I love you, Grandpa. I know you're still going to be listening. I think they get the app up there. I'm almost positive.
Stop.
Anyway, but I'm just so honored to have him as my grandpa. And everybody and this happened at my grandma's funeral too, everybody who's there, and anytime you go to a service, I'm sure people who are listening can relate to this, is the people that are there because they've been touched by that person that you're honoring in some way, shape, or form.
It'll be a celebration of his life.
Absolutely. So, like I said, I'm just super honored to be able to say that was my granddad. He was one of my absolute heroes. He's an amazing individual. I'm really bummed that the rocket scientist part of his brain did not get passed down to me, because that didn't happen at all. But just an unbelievable, solid person who has inspired me through my entire life. He used to take me out of school and play hooky to go do things like all kinds of crazy stuff. And so he's taught me a lot of life lessons.
He's definitely listening. And
absolutely.
He can hear you.
And one of the last things he said that made me feel good, made I think my mom feel good, and my aunt and my uncle feel good, is he said, "I'm going to miss you guys a lot, but I cannot wait to go be with my wife again. I bet she's more beautiful than ever." How cool is that?
That's so sweet.
It's just the sweetest thing ever. And so I love you, Grandpa. Can't wait to honor you this weekend.